America's freedom!
No matter where I try to run, the darkness surrounds me. But I never have to fear the dark. Yeah, you know how to find me. 'Cause when I scream, you are my echo. Closer than you think we are. And I should never have let go. You reflect what sets us apart. Echo, oh, oh, oh. Echo, oh, oh, oh. Echo, oh, oh, oh. 'Cause I need you now. Echo.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching the John Woodard Show. We've been following some of the characters in the Eagle Chess Knockout animated series that has been produced, written, and directed, and every other thing by my friend Ginger Larson. Tonight, I have the opportunity to interview Ciara O'Brien. She's an aspiring voice actress, and she is one of the characters on the Eagle Chess Knockout production. Ciara, how are you?
I am fantastic. How are you, John?
I'm an old man, but I'm doing pretty well for my age. How did you get hooked up with Eagle Chess Knockout when you first joined them?
So, Ginger ended up finding me on a Facebook group, and she messaged me saying, "Hey, I work for this thing called Eagle Chess Knockout, and I was wondering if you want to be a part of it, since I saw that you want to become a voice actress." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll give it a try." And I ended up playing, or at least auditioning for 2 roles, which is the Dark Wind Knight and Dr. Knockout. And I honestly didn't think I'd get casted. I mean, it was something that I really wanted to be a part of, and I knew this would be a great experience for me. And on the 16th or the 17th of April, which is 1 or 2 days away from my birthday, one of the greatest birthday presents, I might add. So thank you, Ginger. I got casted to play my first 2 characters, which is the Dark Wind Knight and Dr. Knockout.
Well, sometimes the best things in life that you come along with are both a learning experience and the first chance to really start to spread your wings and find out what you think your future is going to be. So it was really a very timely situation. She was looking and you were looking, and it was good that you got together.
Absolutely. We just found each other. We just clicked like that.
How long have you been with the show now?
I've been with the show for a while. Even though season 2 is just arriving, I feel like I've been with them forever because we've gotten along so well. We often just tell each other stories about all sorts of things, ranging from, mental disabilities and what our finer days would look like with them, and overall our life, because we just kind of connect with one another. I find ourselves to be like a very animated and very niche family, and that's what I love about Eagle Chess Knockout and the cast members itself. Some of them are more experienced with the show itself, and with the newcomers, they were very welcoming, very happy to see more people become more involved. And I want nothing more than for Ginger to grow and expand upon this her child, which is Eagle Chest Knockout. And I'm more than happy to do so.
What is your background? How old are you, first of all?
I am 20 years old. I got casted for these two roles when I was 19. So that's certainly a lot of fun there. I am currently enrolled at Northern Virginia Community College. And hopefully, when I get older, I will become a voice actress. But I'm just your average, typical ADHD teenager.
My son went to Northern Virginia Community College when we lived in Manassas years ago.
Oh, wow.
That was a lifetime ago, I got to tell you. Yeah. Well, tell me about your likes and dislikes and the outside of work.
Well, I do enjoy anime, collecting, and being all around eccentric. What I don't like is people making assumptions about people with mental disabilities, because it creates such a negative stereotype with people in the neurodiverse community that it just doesn't properly portray people like me, for someone who has ADHD and depression, in a very negative light. It just links those stereotypes. And I'm going off on a tangent. I apologize, but overall,
no, honey, you're doing exactly right. You know, there's no reason to judge people on the basis of something that they can't control. You accept them as you find them, and it shouldn't really be very much more than that. So you're exactly right. What the roles that you have portrayed, they are by name?
Dr. Knockout and the Dark Wind Knight.
Which do you prefer the best?
Oh, it's so hard to choose. A lot of people say that their favorite character by voice would be the Dark Wind Knight, because it's more nasally than my regular voice, which I use for Dr. Knockout. But it's so difficult to choose between the two, since I'm still early in the series itself. So I would say by far, I would have to agree with all of the rest of the cast members. It would have to be the Dark Wind Knight, I would say, is my favorite, because she's so fun to play.
Well, I'm sure that it gives you, when you've got to use a different voice and you've got to do different voice inflections and all those sorts of things, then it's more than just simply reading the script, isn't it?
Absolutely. You have to portray the character as best as you can.
Two characters that you've been playing, what are their strengths and weaknesses?
I would say the Dark Wind Knight's weakness would have to be the Dark Fireheart Prince. You can tell that she really, really likes him. She looks at him all dreamily and all of that. And but overall, I would say both would have something to do with love, or along the lines of that, to say the least.
With that, that's very interesting. It was, when I interviewed the Dark Chess Master, he said something the same thing, but from a slightly different perspective, I think.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, what are you doing to advance your voice actor career?
Well, before I got casted, I had never taken an acting class in my entire life. And I find it nothing short of a miracle, since I got casted for this role and I hadn't taken an acting class in years. So when it came around that Nova was offering this acting course, I'm like, I'm going to take it up, because not only will this be good experience for me, it'll expand my portfolio. It will also be fun. I'm meeting all sorts of new people. I'm learning all sorts of things. And even learning about theater itself. Like, you learn about so many different expertise in areas of how acting has evolved over the years, from the ancient Greeks to even today, what theater looked like in Japan, in Africa, and in different parts of the world. Learning about the history of acting as well as being a part of acting itself, I believe it enriches you, because all of us have a role to play in life. Like, I'm a daughter, I am a older sister, I am a twin. We all have a role to play. And these parts that we play, sometimes they come more naturally to us when we play a character than others, because some of the other parts that we are not familiar with, we tend to work on those more to understand what the character is like.
The Dr. Knockout is a genius behind the Eco team. Tell me about that.
She really is. I would definitely call her the medic. But also, she has been given a curse/burden of remembering and knowing. So it's like she has a sixth sense, like she's somewhat psychic. And that's what makes me like her a lot when it comes to the good side of the Echo team, because, there are some things in my life that I can relate to her about when it comes to that sixth sense that nobody ever talks about.
I understand that she's had some bad luck. Is that right?
I believe so, yes, with helping with Chessateri and her little fainting spell. I would definitely say that Dr. Knockout has quite the challenge ahead of her.
And she's got a little clumsy streak, I believe.
I wouldn't say clumsy, but she's getting there. She's getting there. Every doctor needs good practice.
And I understand that she's a pretty smart person and helps the Light Echo team a great deal. Is that the way you portray it?
Absolutely.
Well, you've also got the Dark Wind Knight. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I have both Dr. Knockout and the Dark Wind Knight under my belt.
Well, I understand that she can be a little jealous from time to time. Is that right?
Oh, yes, I can. She can.
Tell me about that. What is that? How does that jealousy manifest itself?
It usually manifests itself in cackles and even a little bit of like that typical anime rage of like, ugh, and all of that. Like, I'll get her and all of that. It's just normal, typical rage that comes from her from like a regular anime girl show.
She's also got a little expresses a little interest in Chessateri, doesn't she?
Yes, I would say that. It wouldn't exactly be positive, but let's just say she has an interest that does not favor lightly to helping her. This series is so much fun to be a part of because you get to meet all of these new people and make new experiences and make new memories. So I am more than happy to join the Eagle Chess Knockout team as not only a fellow actress, but as a friend.
Well, honey, you've got a great attitude, and if the success of the production continues to go as it is, I feel certain that it will be in no small measure due to the exuberance that you have for what you do, and that's a good thing.
Thank you for the compliment, John.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you enjoyed this interview, and I want to thank you very much for the interview, and thank you very much for that. And I look forward to talking with you again. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. You too, John.